Do you find yourself in need of additional outlets in your house? You try to plug in a lamp or a fan or your phone, and you know what? Most of these new products come just with a USB cord, but nothing to plug it into. What are we gonna do? Today, we're gonna be looking at the Spin Power. The Spin Power is from Bell & Howell, and it's a portable charging or power base. Now, this does have to be plugged into the wall at all times, but it is more portable and it does provide extra outlets. So that's what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. And my channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I think it's a lot of fun. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Now, let's take a closer look at the Bell & Howell Spin Power. Here we have the Bell & Howell Spin Power, all right? I just cut off this zip tie, and we're just going to take it out of here. Oh, it seems stuck. Oh, some weird gooey stuff on the bottom holding it in. So here's our Spin Tower. Let me take a look at the box here. It looks like I have some directions that I'll read that off camera, but let's take a first look. All right, so from what I can see is I have 1, 2, 3, 4 power plugs, and then I have 2, 4, 6 USB ports, and of course I have an on-off switch or a reset switch. This unit looks like it spins here. That's cool. And I have a plug. This says it's supposed to be 40 inches. I guess you just pull it out. We'll figure out how to do that in just a second. Anyway, so this is our first look at the Spin Power. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the directions, and I'm really just going to test it out to see what all the features do. Before we go any further into this review, I want to let you know if you are interested in purchasing your very own Spin Power, you can find it at your local As Seen on TV retailer for about 30 bucks. So that's something to think as you're contemplating this purchase. I just read through the directions of the Spin Power, and to get the cord out, you're supposed to firmly hold the base, so that's what I'm going to do, and just pull the cord. See how it's just pulling and it's spinning the tower part of the Spin Power. So now, if I thought, that was too much, I'm going to take this part here at the top and just start spinning, and it brings the cord back in just like that. So what I want to do now is I actually want to test out the Spin Power. So I'm going to pull it out just a little bit. I have a surge protector off to my right that you can't see. And the reason I have a surge protector there is because the 40-inch cable was not far enough to go to my wall from where I'm sitting. So here I have, it's plugged in. All right, cool thing. Ready? Right on top, they have a little holder for your phone. That's neat. It holds your phone right in there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this USB plug. Ooh, of course I put it in that one. I just put it in the different one. All right, so I have a USB plug. Plug it in. And there we go. This thing should boot up and start charging. Yeah, you can see it sort of faint. Of course, that phone is completely dead. All right, so what I also have here is I have a little tiny desk lamp. Let's see if I can bring that over. You see it right here? And now I'm going to plug in that desk lamp right here. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. And then if you remember from not that long ago, I have my Go fan. I'll put that here in the background. And my Go fan came with a USB plug, but it did not come, USB wire, but it did not come with a plug to plug it in. And that always frustrates me. But now I'm excited because I have this Spin Power and I can hook it in. Now, what I'm already noticing, and you might notice it too, is even just with 3 devices here, I've got a lot of wires that I'm messing with. So this is our first look at it. We're going to run a few more tests, and then we'll see what we think about it. So here's an opportunity for you to comment on the Spin Power. Let me know what you think of this. Is this something you need? Do you need a Spin Power, or can a standard surge protector work and meet the same things? Let me know down in the comment section below. I almost dropped it. I would love to hear from you. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about the specs. And if this part bores you, just fast forward about a minute and you can get right back to the review. All right, so this unit stands about 8.5 inches tall, and it's about 3.5 inches wide. It weighs just under 2 pounds. It's pretty solidly built. All right, so if we're looking at the USB ports, the directions say that for USB 3.1, so that's just something you know. It also said that this unit does not do any kind of data transfer, which I thought was interesting because who's hooking this up to transfer data from one device to another? The 4 AC outlets are 15 amps. So those are just some things I wanted you to know before you get into this so you can make an educated decision. So I was reading through the directions a little more thoroughly, and I'm going to point out a few things here. All right, so on the top, it has 3 compartments, 1, 2, 3. So they say you can hold 3 phones, you can hold 2 phones and an iPad. I think it's pretty neat. So I originally set my phone here, but because I have my fastball phone mount on the back, it just seemed to fit better in here. Like I said before, I've got the plugs all the way around and the USB ports. What it did say is you're not supposed to put any really high-powered things in here, okay? So that means refrigerators, that means air conditioners, that means portable heaters, that means microwaves. This is not meant for that. In fact, this thing has an auto shut-off feature where it will just power down completely if it's over-surged. And they say if you do get an over-surge on this, that you're supposed to shut it off right from here for 60 seconds. And once 60 seconds goes by, make sure that one part that put the surge in is unplugged, and then you can put it back on. So this is meant for not very high voltage consumption. I just wanted you to know that. I figured that most people would use this on their end table next to their bed. So I plugged in a clock, a lamp, I plugged in my Go fan, I even have a switch. I've got my tack shaver right here, and I have my phone. But I wanted to get an aerial view. Just look at the hot mess that I have up here with all these wires. Does this really meet a need that a typical surge protector plug wouldn't meet? I'm going to leave that up to you to decide. For me, I get a little more organization from my typical surge protector. I just wanted to show you that. I do, however, have extra ports left that I can plug more things in. I'm going to let this run for a little while just to see if I overload it with all these things on. It shouldn't, but we'll check back in about 30 minutes. It's been just over an hour and things are still running strong. Lights on, fans on, everything's charging. I didn't overload it. Today we've been looking at the Bell & Howell Spin Power. It's a portable power source, I guess. You do have to plug it in. It has 10 different power options, 4 plugs and 6 USB ports. For me, I would say if I were to do a buy or deny, it would all depend on how you would use it, right? Remember how I was showing you the aerial view and how all those wires were just a hot mess? I didn't care for that. Normally when I use a regular surge protector, I zip tie my extra wires and so they drape together, and it doesn't create that kind of craziness. Now that being said, I do love the 6 USB ports. Not too long ago, I did a review of the Go fan, and as I pulled it out, it had a charger, but there's no plug at the end, and that frustrates me to no end. More and more these days, you're getting products that don't have a plug. Well, you know what? You have 6 extra USB right here. Very convenient on that part. So if I were to do a buy deny, like I said, it's all up to you. For me, I didn't like how it left the table, and I couldn't zip tie my wires, could just be tangled all around. Now, there are some cool things about this, sure. Put it in the kitchen, put your iPad in there, read your recipe. Those are all good things. For me, probably not. But if you did get it, I think you'd be happy. It's made pretty heavy duty. Anyway, that was just my review of the Bell & Howell Spin Power. This was Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Bell & Howell Spin Power. 10 power sources in one. Pretty impressive. What I'd like you to do is, if you have time, I'm going to link a video right up here of the Bell & Howell Tack Shaver. I did this video not too long ago, and it's a cordless shaver that you can use wet or dry. I'm going to link it right up here. Make sure you're logged in so you can see this little rectangle pop up. And go click on this link. I will see you over here. Go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.